Kevin? Well, another Kevin.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, we've got Durant. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point. And there's the pass to KD. Over Green. KD's shot is good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And Simmons is right there.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Inside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. We played just over a minute here in the first. And Curry, here we go. The shot, no good. Jordan with some nice D. Harden the pass to Griffin. Count that one.
And when Durant is looking to score off the catch like that, there isn't a lot you can do as a defender.
76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Simmons against Harden. And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
13 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And it's Hill in for Simmons.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Embiid, no good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Harden kicks to Brown. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. That one misses. And Philadelphia the other way now. Thybulle finds Harris. And it's Durant with the rebound.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Griffin passes to Harden. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Then for the 76ers, Dwight Howard's checked in for Embiid. Tolliver comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Matisse Thybulle. Howard, the pass to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Korkmaz. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Outside, Green. Out to Harris. Fires for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Milton the pass to Howard. Now here's Milton. Dinwiddie covering.
This is the chemistry Howard has with this guy. He's fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
Passes it to Claxton. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Howard. And that one's good, Irving.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The drive by Hill. Tips it. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
Irving surveying the floor. Claxton with the bucket.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Actually out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Howard. And it's Green in at small forward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Here's Korkmaz. Back to Green. Howard in the post. Outside for Simmons. 5 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Howard misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Durant. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the 76ers.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Howard kicks to Curry. Here's the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And the three off target. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Simmons against Harden. Steps back and fires. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
The bearded one's mid-range jump shot, money. I mean, he has a great feel for when to shoot from it.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Off target from outside. Brooklyn leading by 12. And Harris wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 16 feet away. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Embiid trying to break loose. Another miss by Philadelphia. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harris passes to Jordan. Harris inside. Curry meets him. Harris finds Griffin. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Simmons passes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
What amazing strength. Look, I love how Embiid fights his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Brown against Curry. Pass to Harden. From the top of the key. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his fourth rebound in this one. Curry passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
Curry against Brown. Harden outside. 41 seconds left here in the second. And the jam by Harden.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Harris dishes to Embiid. The drive by Simmons. Good on the shot. Simmons got 5 points now this quarter.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Harden against Simmons. Harden outside. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Harden's got 6.
So aggressive on the offensive end. I mean, Harden, he's consistent at finding.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted his share of critics. And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Ben Simmons in this game. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
We've got Harden. He's out there with Brown. Griffin is out there with Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Here's Griffin. Pass to Claxton. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Hill. Dishes it to Curry. He feeds it to Embiid. Shoots over Griffin. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Embiid. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times, and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew. And
now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And Simmons subbed in for George Hill. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Curry.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
Curry against Brown. Harden outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 8.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Simmons looking it over. Outside Curry. They grab their own miss. Embiid kicks to Tolliver. Outside Curry. Back to Simmons. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. 11 points in the game.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
There's the pass to Claxton. Now here's Durant. Defense right on him. Stolen. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Brown. And Embiid throws it down.
The chemistry Embiid has with his guys. I mean, he seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
The 76ers trail by 7. Back to Korkmaz. Right side Curry. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan, also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Count the basket.
And we like the way Durant sizes up what is available on the pick and roll. Saw that he had the space and he finished it off.
Simmons against Harden. Simmons passes to Curry. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Sensational instincts in the pick and roll. Simmons, he excels at taking what the defense gives him.
And so they foul intentionally. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the 76ers, Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Ben Simmons. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Irving against Hill. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Jordan. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Jordan's got 6.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Shake Milton. Harris is out there with Howard. And it's Green, and it's Hill in at the point. There's the lob for Harris. And he banks in the layup. Harris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. And now we've got the intentional foul. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. Now Irving. The dish to Harris. Back to Irving for three. Not going to go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Harris outside. Count it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harris is a solid mid-range shooter, and he feels comfortable from there.
Hill against Irving. Shoots from the baseline. No good off the back of the rim. The 76ers trail by 4. And stolen by Jordan. And that's an intentional foul. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Green.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 6.
Almost impossible to stop on the drive at times. I mean, Irving's penetrating ability, just remarkable.
There's the feed to Howard. Dinwiddie with the steal. Green fires from way outside. Hill pulls it in.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Claxton the pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Outside Hill. Passes it to Milton. Here's Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now we've got the intentional foul. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. KD dishes to Griffin. And again, it's the Nets missing. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's KD with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Irving kicks to Harden. Back to Irving. Pass to Durant. And the shot is long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
Curry deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Embiid over Griffin. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Embiid.
Wow, bona fide star in this league. Embiid knows his teammates look to him to deliver in the clutch.
Durant finds Harden. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
When the game is up in the air, Harden delivers. Easy to understand why he is seen as one of the best players in the league.
Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Well, he's excellent at seeing the floor. Simmons brings a pass-first mentality to this game.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Harden scanning the floor. Back to KD. Irving from long range. Traps it in.
Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
He said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class, but I worked relentlessly.
Thanks, D.A. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at small forward. Now, here is Young. Pass to Collins. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Harden dishes to Jordan. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Hunter. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Here's Capella. Misses from close range.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
It's good.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Now, here is Young. The feed to Collins. And it's sent back by KD. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harris.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here's Young after the made shot from KD.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Williams passes to Capella. The rebound by Jeff Green. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Durant finds Harris. Down low. And that one's good. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Williams dishes to Capella. Huerter passes to Capella. It's good.
Capella has the size and ability to score down in the paint. I like his assertiveness.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Durant, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. KD against Gallinari. Over to the left wing. Here's Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury. Never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Then for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando comes in for Gallinari. And it's Dunn in for Lou Williams. Here's Fernando. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dunn kicks to Capella. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Six seconds left to play here in the first. 1 second left. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
resourceful move.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
We've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Dinwiddie drives in. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Atlanta, Bruno Fernando's checked in for John Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Williams in for Trae Young. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
To the paint. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Green.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Williams against Irving. Williams passes to Fernando. Here's Huerter from past the arc. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded closely. Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Reddish, no good. Nets leading by 8. Finished off the break. Dinwiddie's got 5.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Claxton with the bucket. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. It's Williams with the drive, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's high IQ play there by Williams. Saw the opening, didn't hesitate. Free throws on their way.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And the pass to Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Fernando. Guarded by KD. Fernando, that's good. Fernando's got 6 points in the quarter. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. KD looking around.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Williams throws it down.
And look at how much pressure Williams puts on the defense in the open court. Always pushing the action and playing downhill.
Harden dishes to Harris. It's deflected. Here's Jordan. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Reddish. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Young inside, guarded by Harden. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. And a deep 3 from Young. The Hawks again can't hit. Got it off in time. What a play. Simply drains it. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. And over to... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Young, no good. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Hunter. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Brown finds Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Young up top. Pass to Capella. And the rejection by Harden. Hawks passing it around. Young passes to Capella. Over Jordan. Back to Young. And stolen by Jordan. And here's Harris from the arc. Tries again. Young with the steal. Hunter with it. KD's on him. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Collins, and count it from 19 feet away. Collins has got his second bucket.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Yep, that one goes in there.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
The Hawks trail by 10. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Another shot. In the corner, it's Hunter. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Durant for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden. Often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And on the way from Irving for three, Okongwu grabs the board. Feeds to Reddish. And he converts the layup. Reddish has got it back down to single digits for Atlanta.
And the poise of Williams, so impressive. Plays at his own pace. He's never in a hurry.
Dinwiddie finds Irving, and the shot is good. Irving's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Okongwu. No good there. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Dinwiddie. Dishes it to Griffin. Can't hit from in close.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 9-point game. They've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Young. Collins trying to break free. Young's shot is good. Young's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Atlanta. Nets leading by 7. Now, here is Irving. Kicks it to Green. There's the dish to Harris. To the inside, Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Here's Young. He feeds it to Collins. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. 5 on the clock. Here's Snell, guarded by Harris. Count that bucket.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived, because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And now here comes Young leading the break. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Harden. Goes back up. Jordan finds KD. Williams against Irving. And he makes that one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
The pass to Reddish. Here's Snell, guarded by Harden. Jacks up a three. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Snell.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Durant. Here's Jordan. And that'll be time, folks. The coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
On the wing, Irving, defended by Young. The kick out to Irving. Second shot opportunity. Takes it from 10. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 5.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Young with no one around. And the three off target. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And that one, good. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Here's Young. He kicks it to Capella. Here's Hunter. Off target from 3-point range. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Durant for 3. Let's keep it alive. Outside Irving. From outside the arc, they get it back. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 7. Hunter, no one around him. Atlanta again missing. Harris kicks to Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me, because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our There's the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Nets, Brown out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here is Holiday. Down low. Lopez, no luck. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Harden the pass to Jordan. The kick out to Brown. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time it.
What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's in there.
The uncanny ability for a big guy to slip towards the hoop, then loft in the nice floater. Durant showing a little bit of everything on that play.
Here's Holiday. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Harden against Holiday. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee the rebound. Middleton. No good with the wing jumper. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gets a hand on it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
Holiday looking for an opening. Giannis left side. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Antetokounmpo screws it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Passes it to Harris. He dishes it to Durant. Over Giannis. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Harris. Durant's got his second basket. Holiday against Harden. Pass to DiVincenzo. A three-pointer is right on target.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Brown. Defended by DiVincenzo. Brown the pass to Jordan. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away. That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Harden has a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Bucks also with the sub. Forbes checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 1. It's stolen. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 1. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. To the middle. Here's Irving. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Irving's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Middleton looking it over. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Basket counts. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here is Forbes. Outside Portis. And they get it. The shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Connects from 3-point range. And it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. The Bucks also changing it up. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Brooklyn. And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. Griffin passes to Claxton. Irving looking over the floor. Dinwiddie against Holiday. And Griffin, here we go. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Knocked loose. Inside. The pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Now Holiday. 44 seconds left in the first half. And here is KD. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Harden the pass to Durant. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Harris dishes to Jordan. No good on that one. Great D that time from Middleton.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Now here's Durant. And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in a 2-guard. Giannis outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
In the corner, it's Harris. Jordan kicks to Harden. Back to Jordan. Lopez with the block, and he's able to get it back. And it's good for 2. Jordan's got 6.
I love the confidence from Jordan. All of his shots are going to come from the paint, so he should be confident when he's got the ball there.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in.
Well, the improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
A step back shot here. Goes back up. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Pulls up. High post. Good as the jump shot falls. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Jordan dishes to Brown. Second chance shot. Jordan finds Brown. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Brown. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 4. Outside Irving. Dishes to Dinwiddie. The feed now to Green. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Green's got his first points of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Irving finds Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Claxton, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Dinwiddie outside. Nets passing it around. Griffin passes to Claxton.
Yeah, good job to take it.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists now tonight.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
And so it's DeAndre Jordan making things happen. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Holiday with it, and Milwaukee looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. To take the lead. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Harden against Holiday. Step back shot. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. And they call an illegal screen here.
And he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Brown. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Chris Middleton's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Nets shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's Durant. And that one's drained from the low block.
And KD gets down into the block and little shoulder shimmy and moves away from the defense. No way to get to that shooting window.
DiVincenzo kicks it to Tucker. Harden against Holiday. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Holiday against Harden, and Holiday throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Durant down low. Guarded by Tucker. It's Durant on the wing. Goes back up. And the shot goes in. And the Nets lead by 4.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
To the paint. Kicks it down to Middleton.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
But he recovers it. And there's the foul on it. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. People pretty much bank on these.
Harden outside. And the shot goes down. And the Nets lead by 2.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And Holiday, here we go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish. And the rejection by Harden. Another shot. Money. A huge shot to tie it up.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
It's Harden with the drive. Jordan. Rebound, Milwaukee. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Knocks it loose. And to the Kumbo inside. KD's on him. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
It's in!
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
Here's Giannis. Middleton on the wing to take the lead. Bullseye!
Now Chris Middleton showing a lot of poise and taking over a very critical possession for his team.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Timeout. And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
These teams will be battling for more than just
moments away. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. So the Nets starting 5. We've got Brown. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 2 points. That one goes. Durant's got the game going here with the first basket for Brooklyn. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Now Embiid. James Harden missing on the 3. Curry passes to Simmons. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Simmons against Harden. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Curry against Brown. Passes to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, nice slam right there from Durant to finish off the play. He's just really good at converting those plays strong.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Here is Harden. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Jordan finds Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
And Brown drops them both. The 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Simmons looking it over. There's the feed to Embiid, and he gets it to go.
And what a baller this guy is, the big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Now here's Brown. Outside, KD. Pass to Harden. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Here's Simmons. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Crafty move. And that one is off. Great D that time from Jordan. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. That puts them in the lead.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Simmons. Outside for Curry. For the 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Now here is Harris. Brown outside. On the wing, Harden. Durant with the wide open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 6 points for KD.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has when getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none in the league.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Thibault with the ball. Harris is there, and it's blocked by Brown, and he gets it back. A nice shot by Embiid.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Harris outside. From deep three-point range, the putback. Rebound by the 76ers. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harden scanning the floor. Feeds to Jordan. Back to Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 6 points.
This is what great size in the backcourt gives you. The ability to equally challenge the defense on all 3 levels. Harden's incredible.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got Howard. Shake Milton is out there with Hill. And it's Green, and it's Scott in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. On the wing, Milton. Dinwiddie covering. Milton kicks to Scott. There's the pass to Howard. It's hauled in by Claxton.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Left side, Griffin. And stolen by Howard. Fast break, here they come. Here's Milton, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Dinwiddie outside. To the inside. Here's Claxton. Almost, but it rolls out. The 76ers lead it. Green finds Hill. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scott comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. Now, here is Irving, defended by Milton. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Hill with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Milton, top of the key. That shot off the mark. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Lobbed up there for Howard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Now, this is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oop.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Inside. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Now, here's Milton. He's tightly guarded, and it's in there. Milton's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Irving. He feeds it to Griffin. Just 4 to shoot. Over Hill, and Griffin with the score. The assist by Irving. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie. That one made my day.
Now, Milton. Howard finds Milton. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Howard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, proving he can be crafty. Howard takes pride in fooling defenders and getting them to jump.
And that one falls for Howard.
And Dwight Howard, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up. Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Harden against Simmons. Now, here is Harden. Durant for 3. That one's not going to go. And some good action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Brown out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's all you have to do. Throw it in Simmons' general direction. He'll take care of the rest.
Harden outside. Durant just inside the line. Great look there, but off target.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Back to KD. He can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Curry with a wide-open look. No good on the triple. Nets trail by 6. A look from Durant. Again, Durant missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And the dunk by Embiid.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's Green to the middle. Fires it up. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Stellar work on the offensive end. Indeed, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the Nets miss again.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And the dunk by Embiid.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Harden the pass to Green. Down low. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Harris. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing. Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
The Nets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
In a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Howard kicks to Hill. The kick out to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Thibault, the pass to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Here's Howard. The kick out to Scott. Outside Hill. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Some changes for Philadelphia. Green is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Hill inside. He's covered by Irving. The drive by Green. Howard misses. Nets trail by 8. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. On up the court. Outside Irving. Takes the 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 10 points.
You want to know what sets up Irving's drives? I mean, his ability to hit from distance, his handles, his game. He has it all.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Brooklyn.
Over Hill. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential. Howard is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Hill. Then there's Harris. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Look, that's what's crazy about this guy. Inside, deep from 3. Still, he's deadly from mid-range. Durant is as good as anyone from that part of the court.
Here's the break. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Hill dishes to Embiid. Out to Harris. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Brown. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Hill passes to Embiid. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Green comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Korkmaz. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Brown. 5 on the clock to take the lead. And there's the nice layup by Irving.
One of the best point guards in the league. Getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Hill looking around. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 1. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And Hill over to help. Dinwiddie finds Green. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Green's got his first basket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Milton. Banked in off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. It's Harden with the drive. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Durant. Steps back and shoots. And he knocks down the jumper. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Durant wanted the ball in that situation, and he got it. Great killer instinct shown from him, and he gives his team a huge score.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of games.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and it's denied. Here's Harden. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Wow, and slowly but surely, Harris is learning what it takes to become a leader. When this team needs him to step up, he has no issue dominating possession.
Here's Harden. Count that bucket.
As if there was any question, Harden with the big-time play.
The 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Pass to Thybulle. Outside for Simmons. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Demonstrating how valuable he is in the clutch. Simmons is calm, cool, and collected in these moments.
Harden to pass the block. Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 3. 59 seconds left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
The drive by Simmons. It's in! The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless. And with
hey Kevin,
they're fun to watch. Da, thanks. So the Nets starting five. On out there with Harden, And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the center position. Now here is Harris. Brown finds Harden. Harris outside. The kick out to Brown. Clock is at 3. Harris's shot is off.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. And the pass to Harden. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Hunter. It's good.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
And here's Harden. And Capella sends it back. They get it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Durant. Puts it up. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Three-pointer. And it's Durant with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brown.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And Young kicks to Hunter. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. Jordan inside. Capella covering. Harris, bounce pass. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And it's Brown missing. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Williams with a clean look. Offline with his 3. Right side, Kevin Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Pass to Collins. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Williams, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Brown with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now, here is Irving. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, what a move from Kyrie to keep the defenders guessing as he moves in for the score.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Williams, here we go. Yep, that one. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, that's just the master of understanding pick and roll and how to develop a quality shot. Such a dangerous guy in those sets.
And so... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Williams. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Herter in at the 2. So that's the Hawks 5. It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Herter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Williams dishes to Okongwu. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 4. Irving finds Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the night.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Tries from 10. Williams, that's good.
He is putting you in a bind because Lou Williams' passing ability sets up his scoring in the pick and roll.
Now Irving. And there's the pass to Green. Good work there as it goes.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Gallinari. Reddish comes in for Tony Snell. And it's done in for Williams. And the Nets also making a change. Griffin's checked in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Shoots off the step back. Claxton the pass to Griffin. Rebound Atlanta.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now, here's Dunn, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Dunn against Irving. Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him, and that one is good. Dunn's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. And no good that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Young's shot is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Bogdanovich passes to Capella. Nets trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Hawks lead by 10.
You know, after the pick, good job igniting the fast break. Young is a catalyst in so many ways.
Jordan trying to free himself up. A nice shot by KD. KD's got 6.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lob pass to Capella.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Harden outside. There's the triple. Unable to get that one. Here's Young. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. The shoot. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Bat. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 10. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harden out there with Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3. The leaner, Young, good. He's got 8.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Brown outside. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And stolen by Hunter. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Shots good from Young.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And here's Harden. He's got 6. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And Young kicks to Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Down by 15. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Count that one.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Young with the ball. He's got 10. Bogdanovich inside. Brown on him. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Young against Brown. Rebound, Atlanta.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Durant against Collins. And then Durant with the jam.
AD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Collins dishes to Young. To the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Jordan finds Brown. Now Harris from deep. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lob pass to Capella. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. A nice shot by Irving.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Passes to Herter. Here's Fernando. Back to Herter. Now the pass to Fernando. 4 on the clock. To the right side. Herter, no good. Nets trail by 15. Here's Dinwiddie. Reddish grabs the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Irving against Dunn. Out to the right wing. Reddish kicks to Dunn. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Yeah, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Dunn. Herter passes to Okongwu. Dunn outside. The 11-footer. Okongwu. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't? And so it's Atlanta with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Tony Snell. Clint Capella is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Williams. And it's Herter in at the small forward. Here's Herter. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Dinwiddie finds Irving. To the inside. Jordan trying to get open is Irving. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Jordan.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
Williams against Irving. Williams dishes to Capella. The kick out to Williams. Lob pass to Capella.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
Gallinari against Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Williams. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Gallinari. Reddish, she's checked in for Kevin Herter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Williams.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Dunn looking over the floor. Three-pointer. Snell. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks leading by 10. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Inside, here's Reddish. Okongwu kicks to Dunn. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a 10-point game. It's Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Durant way outside. From deep. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Snell. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 10. KD, that's for 2. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Launches a 3. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Harden. That shot, no good.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Clint Capella.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
A nice shot by KD.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Three-pointer, Snell. But they get it back. Fernando, the pass to Snell. Fires the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Outside Durant. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. D8.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. He dialed that one up from long distance. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now here is Holiday following the shot by Kevin Durant.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
Taken away by Holiday. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. That shot is off. Some solid defense there from KD. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Giannis with it, picked up by Harris. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the 3 ball is good.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Now here's Jordan. The 3 from KD. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here's Holiday following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Harden the pass to KD. Here's Brown, down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Harden. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for James Harden. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
1:53 left to play in the first quarter. DiVincenzo with it. Back to Forbes. And he gets the bucket.
And, you know, in that mid-range area, that in-between area, Forbes is a hard cover because when he gets a little room, he's really deadly.
Now, here is Irving. The pass to Green. Knocked away. On the wing, Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Green. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Green missing. Milwaukee in the lead. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Brown. A clear look here for Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Green. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here's the break. And Green gets it to go.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tucker the pass to Portis. Middleton for three. Blake Griffin pulls it in. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Here's Claxton.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Green, who's out there with Durant, and it's Harden in at the point.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Lopez gets it to go.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Outside Irving. And Green now, top of the key. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one, good. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Holiday, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Durant wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Durant's got 5 points so far. Bucks trail by 11.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
For three, Middleton drops in the tray. Middleton's got his second basket.
Middleton really is an amazing shooter. Absolutely amazing, especially from long distance.
Harden scanning the floor. Lets the three fly. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Right side, Jordan. Outside for Durant. Off target from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Harris against Middleton. Floats one. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Harris makes opponents pay in the pick and roll, guys, because he's an effective passer with tight handles.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. So I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Back to Giannis. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good on the shot. Now just a 1 point Brooklyn lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harden dishes to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Just way too much length at the rim to contest. Durant is in a league of his own offensively.
Good on the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with... That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Harden kicks to Harris. The three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in. Brown the pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Right side Holiday. He kicks it to Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's KD. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Durant's pull-up is quick and smooth and virtually unguardable. So agile he is for a 7-footer.
Holiday, and he lays it straight in. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Outside Durant. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Superb body control from Harden. When he's driving inside the defense, doesn't really have much they can do to stop him.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Green with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Harden against Holiday. The shot misses, and Brooklyn will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Harris passes to KD. Back to Harris. From downtown. The rebound by the Bucks. Pass to Holiday. Here's Tucker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Back to Forbes. 4 on the shot clock. No good. That would have tied it. Nets leading by 3. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
.56 seconds left to play in the third. And that one drops.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Here's Claxton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch. everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Holiday. He's got 10. Here is Forbes, just 5 on the clock. All sorts of time. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he really... And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's the Nets up by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks, and a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. Here's Giannis. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Irving passes to Claxton. Harden against Holiday. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Nets lead by 6.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Giannis outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harris looking it over. Pass to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
The drive by Giannis. He gets it in there. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Durant, the pass to Jordan. Back to KD. High post try. And that one goes long.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
Here's Jordan, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
A floater, and Jordan sends it back. Here we go, one-on-one. Durant just inside the line. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nets.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
They get it again. Jordan kicks to Irving. Buries the long-range jumper.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeAndre Jordan.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Johnson comes in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. That one goes. Count it.
Man, the finesse and the skill from Teague to finish that play with the floater, exquisite. And good shot choice there, too.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. From deep, Johnson tips it, and Griffin stays with it.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Luwawu. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.